This house is named the John Lawson House, and nobody knows who lives here. Every day, this porch is occupied by a number of female mannequins,
which resulted in her death, and it was all because she wanted to win a Nintendo Wii console.
This legend is also well known in Czechoslovakia. It goes deeper though. Some of them go as far as to impersonating a real ambulance so the patients are unalived.
Vlad Dracula, a Romanian ruler that very much enjoyed watching people bleed to death.
Future also inspired Drake's hit Started From the Bottom by telling their studio engineer,
I'm back, it's your boy FITTI to the E, and today we're taking a look at these TikTok videos. If you guys like the videos, please like the video. Let's try to get to 500 likes this video. If you like the chain, the link is down in the description. If you use FIT10, you get a 10% discount. And if you subscribe to Healing Stoicism, you get an extra 1% discount on top of the 10%, equaling 11% discount. Yeah! All you just gotta do is text the chat box and show proof that you're subscribed to Fittie and Healing Stoicism, you'll get the discount.
Let's talk about the rugaru from Louisiana. This is a super popular Cajun urban legend. The head of this creature is a wolf and the body is of a man. It prowls the swamps of Louisiana looking for misbehaving children at night. The scary thing about this legend is a man can shapeshift into the rugaru. It's said once you're a rugaru, you were under the curse for 101 days until you suck the blood from another human. And then that human that you drain the blood from will become the new rugaru. The human will look sick during the day. And obviously the person is not going to tell anyone that they're the rugaru because they will literally be slaughtered. The premise of all of these urban legends is to make children behave. This one is no different. However, there are also sightings every single year. Whether these claims are false or not, this is an awesome urban legend. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, or if you've seen the rugaru if you're from Louisiana. And follow for more scary stories.
This is a true horrifying story, part 73. This story took place in Argentina in 2022. This is by far the creepiest incident that I have ever seen caught on tape. There's a security guard in a hospital working on a late night shift. The hospital was very quiet. No patients were coming in around that time. At 3 a.m. sharp, the automatic doors open up front as the security guard was sitting down. He gets up and greets the patient that came in. He grabs the registration papers from his desk and he walks up towards the patient to have them fill out the papers. As the security guard fills out the paper for the patient, he goes and he grabs a wheelchair. It seemed like the patient was in pain or maybe not able to walk. And then, as the patient sits down on the chair, he pushes the patient towards the examination rooms. But you see, there's a plot twist to all of this. There was no patient. The security guard was talking to someone that was not visible on camera. This is the CCTV footage of what happened in the hospital in Argentina. Look at the doors sliding open. He clearly sees someone before he gets up. He asks them for the information or the reason for their visit. He proceeds to tell them to come inside. And then he walks and grabs the wheelchair for them. What kind of being is this man speaking to? Could this possibly be a jinn? What do you guys think?
Yeah, that was a little bit creepy. I wonder what was going on with that one. That's crazy.
These are 8 horrifying facts that will probably keep you up at night. The Voynich manuscript is an ancient book full of symbols and drawings that no one can translate till this day. Dracula was based on a real person. Vlad Dracula, a Romanian ruler that very much enjoyed watching people bleed to death. In 1963, the Bronx Zoo had an exhibition called The Most Dangerous Animal in the World. It was a mirror. 2 fishermen used their dead friend's ashes as fishing bait and they caught the world's biggest carp. These are how Halloween costumes looked like in the 30s. If Earth stopped spinning for 1 second, everything and everyone will die instantly. A new homeowner found an old doll boarded up in his wall holding a note saying she killed a family in this house. This house is named the John Lawson House and nobody knows who lives here. Every day, this porch is occupied by a number of female mannequins. The number of mannequins, the positions they're in, and the clothes they wear are changed every day, and no one knows who is doing this and why.
I feel like that last one is pretty simple to solve. Just set up a camera right there, and then boom, the camera will tell you who's doing it. Yay! Learning with Fittie.
Alright, let's talk about urban legends from New York. We're going to be talking about Plum Island and the Montauk Monster. In 2008, this creature washed up onto the shore of Montauk. Everyone went absolutely crazy because look at this thing. Obviously, it's unlike anything we've ever seen before. It has the body of like a pig with a beak on it. There were already suspicions that weird things were happening on Plum Island because it was an island for animal testing. This island is owned by Homeland Security and you cannot go to it. Eventually, experts decided this is a water-degraded raccoon, but many people didn't buy that at all. Other experts from universities started to debunk this. Some didn't believe it was a raccoon because it was too long and the head shape is off. A lot of others speculated it was a sea turtle, but that was impossible because the turtles are fused to their shells, and they also don't have fur or teeth like this monster does here. Experts argued back and forth, but some still claim it's a raccoon today. This incident left tons of speculations on Plum Island and what's going on over there. Many people made the comparison to Stranger Things laboratory doing experiments and Plum Island because of this incident. Feel free to chime in the comments.
That looks nothing like a raccoon. Like absolutely nothing like a raccoon. Maybe I'm bugging, but I don't think it looks like a raccoon at all. If you think it looks like a raccoon, or if you even know what it is, just put your thoughts in the comments.
This is the story of Bloody Bucket Bridge. This is one of my favorite urban legends from my state of Florida. The story goes, an ex-slave woman from Georgia and her husband moved down to the town of Wauchula in Florida. She served as a midwife for the community. However, this woman was worried about the food shortage because people were having so many kids. So she decided to start unaliving them. She would take them down to Bloody Bucket Bridge and bury them right next to the woods. The community started to get very suspicious of her. Many believed because she couldn't have kids of her own, she was taking it out on the community in this sick way. Many people began refusing her to deliver the babies. The woman started to go crazy from this. And apparently the souls of the babies came back to haunt her. Every time she was near a bucket, it would fill to the brim with blood. She would carry it down to Bloody Bucket Bridge and dump it into the river. One day when she was carrying a bucket down, she tripped and fell into the water and ended her life. For many days, the water ran red with blood. Apparently during a full moon, you can still see the red running into the river. Many blame this on tannic acid caused by trees around the area. On Halloween in 2003, a few people went to this area. They wrote a blog on how they heard crying and screaming of infants. A couple of the friends that were there that day blame it on birds. Let me know what you guys think about Bloody Bucket Bridge in the comment section below. See a black ambulance in Italy? Run. There's an urban legend that if you see a black ambulance in Italy, they are going to steal your organs. The purpose of them doing this is to sell your organs on the black market. It's said that this black ambulance targets children mainly. This legend is also well known in Czechoslovakia. It goes deeper though. Some of them go as far as to impersonating a real ambulance so the patients are unalived. In 2017 in Sicily, a man was caught injecting air into terminally ill patients' veins. He was being paid off by a funeral parlor to do this. The patient would soon die from embolisms. He's been the only one caught so far. So maybe there is some truth to this urban legend. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below and follow for more scary stories.
I feel like if that's a known fact that black ambulances in Italy or wherever else he said would come and snatch you up, wouldn't that just be on the lookout? Like, look out for black ambulances. Like, I feel like that would be kind of shut down very quick because he didn't just say an ambulance, he said a black ambulance. Like, I feel like a lot of people would be on the lookout.
Used home camera footage PT.3.
feel like there's been so many videos of just break-ins and just like somehow people are just finding their ways into people's houses. You guys got to make sure your windows and doors are locked, man. Because I know a lot of people that I even personally know in real life that will just leave their doors open. It's like, bro, anyone could just walk into your crib at any time and just start stalking you like you're some prey or something. You're like, what the hell? You wake up next to you, some dude is just standing over you like, what the like, who is this dude? Crazy.
Various moments caught on camera PT.5.
Yeah, she's crying. She's inside by herself.
Okay, honey. How old is your child?
She's 2. She's only 2.
Gosh.
I'm coming, baby. Okay? I'm coming.
Okay, 30 minutes is a long time, but 30 minutes isn't that bad. I thought she was stuck in there for hours. I'd have been like, no. Hours is crazy, but only 30 minutes, not that bad. But like still, like why would you, how does she even get traps? I don't know, but whoever let that happen is definitely getting fired, sadly. But you gotta be more careful, buddy.
This long-plagued police is, what do we make of the McGrady tapes? So back in like 2001, at a Blockbuster in McGrady, North Carolina, a car drove by in the parking lot and just dropped a tape outside of the building. So employees saw that and they went outside to get the tape and they were like, who would drop a tape off like that? Until they looked at it and they noticed something was wrong. This was the tape that was recovered from the parking lot and it was completely unlabeled. According to the story, they took it to the back room where they were able to play it back and this was the footage they found. It is a 40-minute video of a person's face looking under what looks like a bathroom stall, and it's completely silent, like straight uncut 40 minutes of this and the cameraman just breathing heavily while they videotape this. Management turns the tape over to police, and the strangest part is that a search canine signaled that the tape had traces of human decomp on it. To this day, whoever's behind the McGrady tape is a mystery.
True Snapchat horror story. A naive 16-year-old girl chats with the boy she meets on Snapchat, but little does she know that this would lead to something far more sinister. One night while at home with her mother, the girl receives a text from the boy claiming to be outside her house. The girl looks out the window, but no one is there. Later that night, as she prepares for bed, she receives another text. I'm in your house. Her mother searches the entire home, but no one is found. The next morning, the girl returns to her bedroom, but she notices her shoe boxes, once perfectly organized, were moved. As she crouches down to fix them, she sees something out the corner of her eye. It's the boy from Snapchat hiding under her bed.
Yeah, I'd be creeped out. I was just telling my homie the other day how Snapchat has this thing called the Snap Maps. We can literally, if you have your location on, of course, you can literally track where anyone is at all times if they're on Snapchat. And I was like, bro, I feel like someone could take that idea and just go crazy. Like, see, oh, there's a bunch of people at this gathering on Snapchat. I'm going there. Like, scary. Trust.
I would have peed myself if I saw this. So Sale was a paper delivery boy years ago, and what he saw on his route is terrifying. Before we dive in, if you love ghost stories, make sure you check out my podcast. This week's episode is all ghost stories from listeners. So when Sale was a paper delivery boy, he always delivered to this one house in his neighborhood where an old woman lived. She was not in great health, so she actually had given him a key so he could let himself in and leave the paper on the table. One day he lets himself in the middle of the day, and he sees that she's in her room lying in her bed fully asleep. This is not normal for her, so he calls to her, but she doesn't answer. So he puts the paper on the table and he just heads out. But the next day is the same exact thing. He comes into her house and she's asleep in her room, not moving and not answering. So he's like, okay, if I come back tomorrow and it's the same thing, I'm going to call for help. Except the next day when he arrives, she greets him at the door. And she's saying things like, thank you so much for delivering my paper. I loved seeing you around. I'm gonna miss you. And he's like, okay, that's kind of weird. So the next day he comes back to deliver the paper and there's cars all outside. So Sale runs up to a police officer and is like, what's going on? And the police calmly explains that the woman in the house had passed away days prior and a neighbor finally noticed and called it in. So then who did Sale see when he went to the house?
Can I show you a scary video?
No, because I'm actually terrified. This video is so creepy. And I'm surprised that not a lot of people are talking about this video.
This video was posted by user Juan Ryder, and as you can see, the videos are going viral. It was posted on February 16th. In the video, Juan claims to be working alone at work when suddenly he sees this. Pay close attention to this area.
Quiero que chequen algo en esa tarima de ahí. Eso. Y chequen, estoy yo solo. Mira, ni de este lado, ni para acá. Vean, nada.
I'm looking at it like, bro, this could be his coworker, dude. Like, let's be real. Could be his coworker. It was just like, it was literally just a shadow. At least that's what I think it was. I think it was just a shadow.
What's up? Here's some scary facts about our world that you probably didn't want to know. Part 39. In 2007, a woman entered a radio contest in which she ended up drinking 1.5 gallons of water, which resulted in her death, and it was all because she wanted to win a Nintendo Wii console. There's an invention known as a mort safe, and its whole objective is to protect dead bodies from grave robbers and necrophiliacs, which are people that do inappropriate things with dead bodies. On the island of Sardinia, there's a type of goat cheese, and its main ingredient is, I kid you not, maggots. At a combined length of 25 feet, you could easily use your intestines as a rope and rappel from the 3rd floor of any building. That's pretty terrifying to know that your intestines are that long.
Not only that long, but that stretchy. Like, you could really grapple from that. That means it can hold your weight.
Scary facts you wish you never knew. Don't try to look at yourself in the mirror at the middle of the night, because from 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. your reflection isn't actually you.
Okay. So if it isn't me, then who is it? It's just someone else. You look at yourself, it's just, like, let's say you're just white, you look at yourself in the mirror at 3 to 5 a.m., you're just black. You're like, what?
Yo, what's up? Here's some scary facts about our world that you probably didn't want to know. Part 38. The reason dogs love chew toys so much, and the reason why they like squeaking them and ripping them apart, is because it simulates them killing their prey. It is said that if you consistently don't get enough sleep, that your brain may begin to start eating itself, so get your rest. Eating 4 tablespoons of salt at once could kill an adult, and eating 3 could kill a child. Please don't do anything with this information. This is extremely terrifying, but 1/3 of the murders that occur in the United States go unsolved.
Hey, 1/3 is not a bad ratio compared to most countries, man. 1/3 is actually pretty well. I'm not gonna lie. It's not amazing, but it's pretty well. Yeah, the Simpsons are actually known for predicting like a lot of different things. It's actually a little bit interesting how they just know so much. I wonder who's working in the backgrounds. What if they got a secret CIA member just like, yeah, you know, so 9/11 is gonna happen in a couple years. We got the MK Ultra, we got the stone things we're gonna find soon, the actual UFO sightings that everyone Donald Trump, the reptilian presidents. Like, we have all these things coming up, guys. Just put them in right now, so then when it actually comes up, people are like, yo, we gotta watch the Simpsons. I don't know, bro. I'm just yeah.
Things you may not know about your favorite rapper, Future Edition. Let's get it. Number 1. Future has written hits for many other artists, including several uncredited Kanye songs and even the melody for Beyonce's Drunken Love. Number 2. Future also inspired Drake's hit Started From the Bottom by telling their studio engineer to start it from the bottom several times. Number 3, you might just think of Future as a trap legend, but he's actually one of the biggest pop stars ever with the 4th most Hot 100 entries of all time.
Yeah, that man Future's been blowing up even more lately. Like, Future is on his own timing. Good artist, W artist. But anyways, if you guys like the video, please like the video. Let's try to get to 500 likes this video. Check out the chains in the description. Thank you for watching. See y'all in the next video.